Hello everyone, my name's Stephanie. I'm an Australian prep teacher and resource creator. I love giving out tips to prep teachers and kindergarten teachers. Let's get into another tip. So last video we started looking about how to teach writing to your brand new preppies or kindergarten students, and we went through what I think you should cover at the beginning of the year. So illustrations, teaching your kids how to draw, then move into labelling, then remaking sentences, and then finally writing sentences. Last video we looked at what illustration lessons can look like. Today we're going to have a little closer look at labelling. So labelling lessons are a really great way to get your students to start hearing sounds in words and writing those sounds without having the burden of writing a full sentence. You know, they don't have to worry about things like capital letters, things like that yet. It's just about hearing sounds. So what I like to do is give them a picture and we have a go at labelling the picture. So these are from my Term 1 writing unit, but you can do this with any picture. Basically, you'd put a picture up for your kids and as a whole class, listen for the sounds. So then it's not like they're expected to be able to hear the sounds on their own at this point. I'd be saying, okay, tail. Let's all say tail. Tail. Let's do that first part again. Does anybody know what letter makes the T sound? That's right, it's a T. So I'd be writing it big on the board so they can see. You can notice in this example, in some cases, you might get them to hear the first sound and the last sound. And in other words, they might just hear one sound. It's so expected that at this time of the year, if they hear one sound, that's amazing. So don't expect them to hear the whole word. I like to write down what they hear, although I do help them a little bit. So when you are modeling labelling, don't worry about the wrong spelling. So for example, in this one, nose, N-O-Z. If they hear a Z and they recognize that that's a Z, I would write it. So I'm not so worried about the correct spelling. This is all about hearing sounds in the words. So after you've done your whole class modelling, I'd send the kids off to have a go. Now, some kids are going to copy yours. That's okay. Other kids are going to have a go hearing a sound as well. That's okay too. The point is, if they hear one sound, I'm thrilled. If they hear lots of sounds, I'm thrilled. My reaction tends to be the same. If you do have kids that come to school and they're like, hey, that's not how you spell nose, I'd be like, yes, little Janie, I can't wait to see your worksheet. You sound like you're really good at spelling, so I can't wait to see it. So I would acknowledge to that little child that, yeah, it's actually not. But for the rest of them, I would just keep focusing on the main sounds. So back to our high-tech list, we're spending some time teaching our kids how to draw. Then we're going to move into labelling. And then it's time to probably move into remaking sentences. So we'll talk about that in our next video. If you are interested in my Term 1 unit, which covers all these lessons, I'll also put a little link below. So if you're a prep teacher, kindergarten teacher, be sure to subscribe. Don't forget to share it with your friends as well. I'll see you soon.